Hi, Harlequin readers. I don't know about you, but I will never not be in the mood for a rom-com. Like, I think the season of love is all year round. And one of my personal goals for this year in general is to read more rom-coms, and wouldn't you know it, we're on the perfect channel to get recommendations for that. So whether you're a new reader to the romance genre, or you're a tried and true lover who just wants to spice up their shelves a little bit, here are 5 new books from Harlequin that are perfect to add to a rom-com TBR. First off is my personal favorite, and that is Brewing Up a Bad Boy by Katherine Garbera. Because nothing says bad boy like a sweater vest, am I right, ladies? What secret is he hiding behind that reasonable wool pullover? I am not judging. I would wear this outfit. Good girl tea shop owner Poppy has to team up with her bad boy microbrewer ex-husband Alistair to pretend they're still married at a cousin's wedding in order to get a lucrative business deal. Even though she's a little wary about it, Poppy agrees, hoping to get closure on the relationship and also maybe get Alistair's help in entering a tea competition. Bitter backstories, sweet second chances, and as this is from the Afterglow imprint, a nice little bit of spice, is the perfect book for any coffee or tea lover, and you can all fight it out in the comments over which one is better. And while I may love a sleek city coffee shop, I also love a beautiful country home, and if that is also the case for you, you might want to check out this new country meets city romance that is Stuck in the Country with You by Zuri Day. So you're telling me that your new neighbor in the country home that you inherited is your younger brother's rival, who you also slept with that one time. Whew, awkward. City girl Genesis Washington is blindsided when the farm that she inherits ends up being right next door to the incredibly fine Jackson King, who is the person that she slept with 10 years ago. But now this man is finer than ever. He has an adorable child, he's a responsible father, and he will help Genesis with the new farm that she has no idea what to do with. Even with Genesis's long-term, long-distance boyfriend and their shared history, she and Jackson keep growing closer and closer together, and she's wondering if maybe that decision that she thought was wrong 10 years ago could turn out to be right in the now. My first thought is, ooh, a hot countryman. And then my second thought is, ooh, a hot responsible countryman? Farm work is hard work, and if he's willing to put in the hard work on the farm, you can bet he's gonna put in the hard work in a relationship. We're leaving the country to go back to the city for this next recommendation. A moment for this beautiful new cover of Guarding His Heart by Synithia Williams. She's real pretty, would look good on a shelf, is all I'm saying. Where a sensational and sizzling hot basketball star decides to end his career with a bang, literally, by posing au naturel on a magazine cover, and the photographer that he falls in love with who shoots that cover. When photographer Jasmine agrees to shoot this magazine feature, she never thought that it would end in a sensual slam dunk, but then she finds out more about Kevin and his ex-wife and some of his children, and she thinks that's too much emotional baggage for me. But instead of leaving that potential on the court, we instead explore healing from your past, a love of family, and second chances at love. Also dealing with celebrity and chronic pain from sports injuries. I thought I wasn't much of a sports romance reader, but this definitely has changed the game. Go sports ball. Now we are 4 books into a Harlequin video, and I haven't yet mentioned a Regency romance, which isn't a crime, but kind of feels like one. So yet again, let me show you the beautiful new cover for The Discerning Gentleman's Guide by Virginia Heath. Regency romance, forced proximity, enemies to lovers, what's not to love? 16th Duke of Avonlea, Bennett Montague, is searching for the perfect wife. He's very specific in what he wants, and he's narrowed his search down to a top 5 when the companion of his aunt comes into town and ruins all those plans. When Amelia Mansfield first meets Bennett, she thinks that he is insufferable and does not approve of his methods of choosing a wife. But as they spend more time together, she figures out that this brusque and arrogant personality is actually masking a super awkward guy. He walks around with his arms clasped behind his back, not because he thinks he's better than other people, but because he doesn't know what to do with his hands during social situations, which, like, relatable. It's why I love things with pockets for that exact reason. Amelia is also a feisty and passionate crusader for women's rights and social justice, so she's slowly breaking him out of his narrow worldview. Virginia Heath is a well-established Regency romance writer. She knows what she's doing here. So if you want to get in on a little opposites attract action, this is the book to do so. And last but certainly not least, number 5 is for all the language lovers and thrill seekers out there, because we have the beautiful adventure rom-com that is Love in Translation by Joss Wood. Up until a few months ago, United Nations translator Rhea Whitlock had her life together. She was stable, she had friends, until a moment online turns her into this spiral of anxiety, and she decides that she needs to escape her life for a while. She decides to go to her grandmother's secluded hideaway in the mountains, only to find out that somebody else has also booked that weekend there, aka Fletcher Wright. Fletcher is a traveler and adrenaline seeker, so when he finds out that he's going to be sharing accommodations, he doesn't care. He thinks it's going to be another challenge. When the two of them meet, there's immediate attraction, and soon the two of them are sharing a whole array of new experiences. But when Rio's past trauma starts surfacing and Fletcher decides he wants to move on to the next adventure, will the two of them decide to take the biggest risk of all and find love outside of their comfort zone? And I love how the social media conversation is playing into a lot of romance novels in the last couple of years, with Rio being a past van lifer and having to explore the anxiety of what it means to like be famous online. I'm not much of a camper myself. I mean, I'll go glamping, like what's happening in here where you have proximity to a flush toilet at all times. Honestly, this is how I prefer to seek my thrills. And there you have it. There are 5 new rom-coms from Harlequin to add to your shelf this season. You want romance, you want spice, you want enemies to lovers, you want friends to lovers, you want opposites attract, you want sports star realness and Regency historical drama, Harlequin has you covered. To check out all these books and more, you can go to harlequin.com or check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching and happy reading!